Sometimes, the darkest truths are not hidden in shadows. They are right there in front of us, but we refuse to see them. This story begins on a cold Friday night. The city was alive with lights, cars rushing down the highway, people returning home after a long week. But in one corner of the city, near an empty park, something happened that shook an entire nation. Emma Khan, a 23-year-old young woman, daughter of a powerful businessman, disappeared. Her silver car was found abandoned, parked neatly by the roadside. The driver's door was unlocked. Inside, nothing unusual except one thing. On the passenger seat lay a red scarf, a beautiful silk scarf, torn at one edge and stained with blood. The timestamp on the CCTV camera nearby showed 11:45 p.m. The footage revealed Emma stepping out of her car, walking nervously toward a dark SUV parked a little further down. She opened the door and then vanished from sight. By the next morning, newspapers across the city carried one word on their front page: kidnapping. Detective Adeel Harris received the call at dawn. He was no ordinary officer. Known for his relentlessness, Adeel had solved cases others gave up on. But those who knew him closely whispered of something else. Years ago, his younger sister was kidnapped and never found. Maybe that was why he never let go of a case. At the crime scene, Adeel moved slowly, scanning everything with sharp eyes. The red scarf caught his attention. He picked it up carefully, holding it in his gloved hand. He muttered under his breath, "This isn't just a kidnapping. Something else is hiding here." Emma's father, shaken and furious, demanded answers. "She is my only child, detective." "I don't care what you have to do. Bring her back." The strangest part of the case was this: no ransom call. No note, nothing. Whoever took Emma wasn't after money. That night, Adeel sat in his office with his partner Sarah, a sharp and determined young inspector. She placed a file in front of him. "Sir, we traced the SUV in the CCTV. It belongs to Kamran Shah." Adeel looked up. Kamran Shah, a name that carried weight in the underworld. Rich, powerful, untouchable. Officially a businessman, unofficially a smuggler with ties everywhere. The next morning, Adeel and Sarah entered Kamran's lavish office. He welcomed them with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Yes, detective," Kamran said smoothly. "Emma did come here. She accused me of things I didn't do. She shouted, threatened, and then she left. That's all." Adeel looked around. Security monitors on the wall showed footage. Kamran even handed them a video clip, Emma walking out of his office unharmed. Too perfect. Almost rehearsed. Back at the station, Sarah frowned. If this video is real, then Kamran is clean. But why did Emma go to him in the first place? Adeel leaned back. Because she found something. And that's why she's gone. That evening, a constable rushed into Adeel's office. "Sir, something was found near the riverbank." Within minutes, Adeel and Sarah arrived at the scene. Flashing lights, officers moving around. From the mud, a handbag was pulled out. Emma's handbag. But it was empty. Phone gone. Wallet gone. Only her ID card remained. Sarah whispered, "Robbery?" Adeel shook his head slowly. "No, this was staged. Whoever did this wanted us to think she's dead. But she's not." Days passed. Pressure mounted. The media screamed. Politicians threatened. Emma's father broke down in front of cameras. Still no ransom. Sarah dug into Emma's background. "Sir," she said one night, "Emma wasn't just a businessman's daughter. She was digging into corruption." I checked her laptop. She had documents, files, evidence. She was planning to go public. Adeel's eyes narrowed. And who would she expose? The answer was obvious. Kamran Shah. But then another twist came. A decomposed body was found in the woods outside the city. Panic erupted. Everyone feared it was Emma. The morgue was crowded with reporters. Adeel stood silently as the body was examined. Finally, the coroner looked up. "It's not her." Relief swept through Adeel, but fear too. If it wasn't Emma, then how many more were missing? That night, an anonymous email arrived in Adeel's inbox. The subject line, "Stop digging." The message read, "If you keep searching, you won't survive long enough to find her." The next day, Adeel returned to Emma's friend Nita. Something about her had always bothered him. Her story changed slightly every time she was questioned. He looked at her and said calmly, "We found Emma's phone. Her fingerprints. And your number was the last she called." Nita froze. Her hands trembled. Then she whispered, "It wasn't supposed to go this far." Tears rolled down her face. She was going to destroy Kamran. If he went down, I would go down too. He promised me protection. I only wanted her to stop. I gave her to him. The truth was out. Nita had betrayed her best friend. She had lured Emma to Kamran. Together, they planned to silence her. But Emma was not dead. She was alive, hidden in an abandoned factory outside the city, guarded by Kamran's men. That night, Adeel led a full-scale raid. Police cars stormed the compound. Gunfire erupted. 2 officers went down. Adeel pressed forward, breaking through the rusted doors of the factory. There she was, chained, weak but alive. Emma looked up, eyes filled with tears. "I knew someone would come." Kamran tried to escape but was dragged down, finally caught after years of walking free. Nita was arrested too. At the press conference, Adeel stood before cameras, his face calm but stern. No matter how powerful the lie, truth always leaves a trail. And justice always follows it. The crowd erupted. Reporters shouted questions. Emma, though shaken, stood with her father, determined to continue her fight for justice. And Adeel, for the first time in years, felt a small piece of peace inside. He couldn't save his sister. But tonight he had saved Emma. And perhaps that was enough.